Hey, what's up, everybody? Joe Troyer here. How's everybody doing tonight? We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes, probably 2 or 3 after 8 here. David Allison, how's it going? Carol Mack, John Gregory, Cy, what's up, Cy? AJ, what's going on, man? Steve Lung says he missed me so much. Steve, Corin, Thomas, how you guys doing? Zach, Eric, nice to have you guys tonight. Got a bunch of people just joining. So, like I said, 802, 803 here. We will go ahead and get started. Dale. Thomas says crying because he missed my bonus. That's funny, Thomas. Susan, just hang on to that for just a couple of minutes. Actually, I'll write that down. I'll make sure that gets covered in the Q&A. Hey, Glenn. Sai says, hook up your webinar to a 46-inch HD TV screen. Uber cool. That's scary. At least it's not a go-to meeting and you're not seeing my ugly mug on a 46-inch screen. Hey, Ron. All right, Susan, I got that question down. What's up, Chris Blake? Richard, there's definitely a copy of the webinar from last week in the members area. So all the calls are in there. I try to get them up in a day or two. The last one took a bit longer because I actually took a couple days off, but it's in the members area. So once you're logged in, you just hit the Q&A webinar schedule, Richard, and then go down to the bottom. This is last week's right here. Hey, Ken, I'm doing awesome. How are you? Rick Brown says, good evening, Joe. What do you think about Webfire for SEO? Rick, I've never heard about Webfire. Definitely, Chris. I'll be talking about that tonight. Lots and lots of comments in here. Welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and get this thing under wraps. Let's get this thing started. So thank you guys all for those of you that filled out the survey. That definitely helps me understand what you guys want to learn. So just some house cleaning. We have lots of members that just got started. So those of you that have been with me for a while, we go through this every week. Just bear with me for just a second. First off, if you're not in the Facebook group, I don't know why. Facebook group is awesome. It's the best Facebook group I'm personally in. I'm going to throw my Facebook into the chat. So that's going to take you to my personal Facebook. Add me as a friend and send me a message that says LLGE group, and I'll get you added. Second off, make sure that you guys search for answers before asking questions on Facebook, as well as the webinars. If you guys could, please keep your coaching related stuff out of the support web, the number one support.com. That's why we have these calls in the Facebook group. Please understand that my staff can't answer questions like, I'm talking to a prospect tomorrow, what do I say? It's a really, really great question, and I want to help you out. Just ask those types of questions in the Facebook group, okay? So let's go ahead and get this underway. Again, thank you everyone who filled out the survey. If you guys don't ask, you're not going to get it. So ask anything you guys want, and I will share with you. So I've been getting a ton of feedback, people wanting me to share, the walkthrough of the whole process from niche selection through setting up the site. As you guys can see, the orange here is people that wanted that. The blue is no. So it's like 92% of people said that they definitely want this. So I'm going to be sharing this with you guys maybe next week or the week after. I'm going to pick a niche, tell you guys why I picked the niche, and then go through setting up of the whole thing. Actually building out the banners, the logo, buying the domain, getting all the content, etc. So my goal for tonight, guys, is just to go through a couple of tools that you guys requested in the survey. Also to answer some questions, some frequently asked questions that were in the survey as well, and also to do some site reviews. So I asked a question if you would like me to review your site, and if so, to ask some specific questions. And a lot of people said, yes, Joe, I'd love for you to review my site, but they didn't include the URL. So I know that a ton of people got a lot of value out of the last time I did site reviews, so I'm going to do them again tonight for those of you that actually gave me your URL. So for those of you that didn't fill out the survey, you don't know about this, but if you guys give me your success story, but I'm actually going to continue this. I'm going to give you guys a free 30-minute coaching session to one of the people that give me their success story so far. I got a ton of great ones already, but this isn't over, so I'm going to extend it to next week. So I'm going to actually announce the winner, or have you guys decide the winner on next Monday's call. How's that sound? Everybody think that's a good idea? Laura says great. Mike, yep. Okay, great. So for those of you that haven't filled out the survey, go do that now. Give me your success story. Let me know what you've been able to do with the lead gen program, and then I'm going to let you guys decide who gets that free 30-minute consultation. So just want to share a couple with you guys so far that I picked out. So here's the first one. It says, my first lead gen site is a lease site. It's for auto salvage. I have him on page 1 for all his local search terms, generating anywhere from 6 to 10 new leads a week. He's getting $297 a month on the lease. He says not bad for his first. So just a quick tip here. Definitely pull that out of a lease. You can definitely get more than $297 for, let's see, like 24 to 40 leads a month. So that would be my next step there. Another one here says, I've created one lead gen site and signed a client for it at $60 a call. And I have another client nearly signed, and I'm finalizing my second site in a different niche and city. My target is to have each of these 2 sites bringing in between $1,500 and $3,000 per month once they're all set up and running. Well, it sounds like you're definitely on your way. Congrats, congrats. Third little success story here for you guys. Dude, this is my model. It's where I'm going. I took immediate action and approach a prospect I've been trying to land for over a year, and he went for it. I've got 3 different providers in a niche who are waiting for me to send them a lead or two so I can make my decision about who I'm going to send all my leads to on a pay per leads basis. Yeah, baby. LLGE is where it's at. So I got another one here. This is the 4th one. Hi, Joe. I'm a 23-year-old university student that started this business for the summer. Most recently, I spent a couple weeks penetrating the dental niche, and I've done several presentations already. I set up a second meeting with one of them now, and the dentist has 2 clinics in my city and wants to open a third one. He's already agreed to buy all the leads at $100 a lead with a $5,000 retainer. Based on some of the low numbers that I crunched, I should be able to generate him about 100 new calls a month between his 2 clinics. That's over $10,000 per month. My friends started salivating when I told them this because I'll be making more than them in 1 month from just this one client than they will make for the entire summer. LOL. This is just the beginning. I'm going after multiple niches simultaneously now that I know this system actually works. I want to hit 50,000 in monthly contracts lined up before I go back to school in September, and I'm willing to work for it. John Brodzik. That's awesome, John. Congratulations. When I started with Joe, I had 1 client on at $500 per month. In 45 days, I launched another 12 lead gen sites and closed 3 deals at $999 retainer plus 5% of the revenue. I'm almost at the point where the system generates more income than my day job. Holy shit. That's awesome. Guys, this is why I do this. I love hearing you guys' feedback and your success stories. Got 2 more, and then we're going to jump back in. So I approached a potential client that was on the fence, my dentist. He had been contemplating a new 24-hour emergency service. I set up a website and ranked it quickly and showed him the potential of syncing the competition using your system, and he cut me a check for $2,500 on the spot and also pays me a monthly retainer. Within 1 week, your training has paid for itself. The timing of this could not have been better since I was laid off 2 months ago and have decided not to job hunt but start my own business. Thanks, Joe. Now it's time to scale fast and get another 20 clients to replace my W-2 income completely. This is awesome. The last one here. This is from John from Toronto. He says he's been killing it by offering a free 30-day trial and going to the BNI here locally. Since I've started your program, I've really crushed lead gen and will never ever sell SEO again unless the client pays me more. I just want to automate the payments better in my lead gen business. And sounds like he's actually developing a billing software. Says he's made more money in the last 3 months than he did in all of 2011. That is awesome. Would love to win your coaching and possibly hire you for more coaching after. Talk soon, your winning student, John from Toronto. So, guys, if you have a success story, even if it's small, share with us. Gives everybody encouragement, and you have the chance to win that 30-minute consultation with me. So, have you guys all watched the training webinar that I did with Greg Caesar and Alicia Little? Okay, well, I told you guys that it was up to you whether or not I was going to have them back. And I've gotten a ton of support tickets and requests to have them back. So we actually are going to have them back Friday, June 18th at 2 p.m. So this Friday, let me just exit the slideshow here so I can pull out this URL for you. So I just sent that to everybody. If you guys are interested in that webinar, go ahead and go sign up. So as you guys know, the webinar was awesome on getting clients through distribution, and I'm sure they're going to bring the heat again this time. Again, it's this Friday at 2 p.m. All right, just catching up with the comments here. Okay, so it's not today, June 18th. Let's just make sure that that works fine. I'm sorry, the 22nd. So June 22nd at 2 p.m. Again, the link is in the chat. Thanks, guys. So Michael asks, what is distribution? What do you mean? Definitely go check out the webinar. It's in the members area. So instead of working one-on-one, Greg and Alicia talked about getting clients through distribution. So finding where your current customers are already doing business and get them to help you guys sell your services through their distribution. So we're going to jump in and actually review a couple of websites here. Zach asks, will this be the same as the last time they were on? No, it will not be the same. New topic. So go take a look at the registration page. And it'll tell you guys what it's actually on. So we're just going to run through some of these sites. And then next up is the software that you guys asked me to review. So Denver Painting Pro. So let's see what the question says. I'm considering using your lead gen theme now. Can you give me any input on the site? Okay, so biggest thing here is you're just losing a lot of real estate with this black right here. So I would put your phone number here in some type of contrasting color, make it pop out, get some bright colors here. I might tone this down a little bit so that really the phone number sticks out. The second thing is I'll put your offers in this banner area because, again, you're losing lots of valuable real estate here. So I don't see any of your offers. The contact form isn't necessarily like a horrible thing, but understand that the end goal for your client is to get them on the phone. So for me, I would bypass the form altogether. I wouldn't even include it. Yep, so as Jim says, no phone number in the top. Peter says, what is the USP? Exactly. So tell them why they should be working with you. Okay, so we're going to be saying this, I'm sure, a couple of times as we go through the next couple sites as well. But take a look at this this site. So I'll put this in the chat box for you guys. So take a look at this site in the USPs and what this site really is doing and what it's saying. So I just send it out to all of you guys. This site converts like crazy. So this is in the service business. They do appliance repair. Guys, take a look at this and look at what I do. So why choose us right here? These are all like the USPs. We repair all kitchen and home appliances here. We got the scrolling marquee here. Call now and get 20% off. And then the call now in a bright green that helps draw their attention. So use some USPs on this. Get your phone number up there. And just finish building out the site. I would recommend getting rid of the form too. I would can that. All right. Next up, we got Charlotte airconditioningrepair.com. So not a bad looking site. I actually saw these templates on the Warrior forum, but the biggest problem is that there's no USPs. I mean, they say our mission, but you need to literally have bullet points. People aren't going to read this. I'm too ADD. I'm not going to read all this. You need to get your phone number up here. I would get rid of this banner. And I would suggest making this slide with offers or something. You got to get your USPs above the fold. So not a bad looking site design wise, but conversion wise, it's not going to turn prospects into callers. So Susan says, dumb question, but what is a USP? That's not a dumb question, Susan. Sorry for not clarifying. A USP stands for unique selling proposition. You have to be very upfront and to the point. Why are they going to pick up the phone and do business with you, Susan? Okay, so when you look at this, it's very, very clear why you want to do business with this company or this site. No service call fee with repair, over 20 years experience. We guarantee our work, licensed, bonded, and insured. So think about this. Let's say your fridge is broke. We arrive within 2 hours. Think that's going to be important? Definitely. And get 20% off? All right. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. How do you determine a USP? That's a really, really good question. I'm glad you brought that up. So, guys, here's what I do. I collect like the. Do you guys all know what Valpak is? You guys all have Valpak? You guys familiar with that? Yep. Jason, what's up? Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. So collect Valpaks. Also go to your grocery store and collect all the free different little newspapers. They charge local businesses to advertise in the local newspapers. Go through and look at the offers. So every month I go to our grocery shopping place here called Publix, and every single month I go to the same one because it has these good free advertising magazines, basically. And I grab them and I look at the offers. This will hugely help you guys if you're looking for what different offers to put on the site. So also Yellow Pages is good. You think somebody spends 12, 15, 20 grand or more on a Yellow Page ad, but they might think about their offer a little bit. Definitely. Dion says he knows what it is, but don't get it out here anymore. Um, so check out the free stuff and also the Yellow Pages. Paul says, yep, I use them to see what others' USPs are. Peter says, if I were your perfect client, why would I work with you and not your competitor? That's the USP in a nutshell. Exactly. Ken says he made a swipe file with them. That's definitely a great idea. I do this when I'm doing direct mail or when I did direct mail in the past to actually get clients. I would do a direct mail piece and then I would paper clip their advertisement to my letter. And then in the letter, I would basically ask them how their marketing was going, and tell them that traditional marketing is basically dead, and you need to be working with me. And I get about a 10% response rate. But definitely worthwhile going out, grabbing all of those different free magazines and stuff, and actually cutting out the stuff, making some swipes. That's definitely going to help you out in the future. So we got some questions about me testing this page. I tested basically the location of the offer as well as the different the locations of the different appliances and basically the USPs, not the actual positioning, the actual USPs, and then what I included here in the marquee or this scrolling text here. And this was my winner. Uh, Chris says, for this site, are you creating subdomains for all the cities and then doing Google Plus local pages? For this, I am doing both. So to be clear, I'm doing subdomains. This is just for pay-per-click. It's also got dynamic keyword insertion. This site should look familiar to all of you from the last module of the course. So I can put in whatever I want here. I think it's .htm. HTML. Okay. So I can put in whatever I want here, and it's going to add it throughout the page. See may tag repair, may tag repair. This is called dynamic keyword insertion, and this really helps the quality score of my site. Okay. Jim says, for your site, what was the click-to-call ratio? It's a great question. Let me pull that up for you. I have the click-to-call and then also the calls to conversion or booked appointment. So, sorry, hang on 1 second, guys. I wasn't expecting that question. I should have been, though. All right. So, 66% click-to-call. And 36%, nearly 37% of the people that actually called booked an appointment. Hopefully that helps. Dion says, when do you think you might be able to get us a copy of that dynamic keyword insertion script? Dion, I'm working on it. The problem is that it's a PHP script, and if I gave it to all of you guys, I'd get a bunch of blowback and support tickets because it's a PHP script. So I'm working on putting it into WordPress, and once I have something stable, I will definitely let you guys know. So I use the subdomains for pay-per-click, and then I have mini sites that are just for each location. So each location has its own site as well, and that's where we go after the Google Plus Local, or what used to be Google Places, because I don't want to deal with any issues in the future. Google decides they don't like me for some reason. I can't lose all of my sites in one foul swoop. Does that make sense to everybody? Again, it's all about protecting that asset. All right, let's keep going. So you guys have any other feedback for the Charlotte air conditioning repair? USPs, phone number? Let me know. Jim says, Joe, on your site are the logos hyperlinked to another page? Nope. What do you think about those social media buttons up top? Personally, I think it's a waste of space. I would condense the header too. Got a lot of extra room here. I'm not saying social media isn't a good thing. I think that's where everything's moving to. But for now, I don't think it's that important. So I would move that down further. Yep. Phone number should be right top right-hand side. Would it be better to use bullets in the mission and service boxes? I definitely think so. There is one testimonial here. I would try to include some type of stars or something just so this sticks out. Kind of looks just kind of bland, all this bulk range of text. The services as well, I would list out. All right. Ron says the site could use a little more color. All right, so let's keep this thing rolling. Let's get another site up here. That was loud. Sorry about that. Plumbing in Toronto. Good start, but hopefully what I just said you'll take and apply to this as well. So all of this text is overkill. So for the sidebar, this is just what I do. Our services we specialize in, and then the different things that we do. So I would get rid of this text. Nobody's going to read all that, or not the majority of people. Also, this is too much. Way, 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 way too much. Take a look in the Facebook group. Who shared that? Somebody shared their Fiverr resource for banners. Use that person. It was $5. You guys know where this is? Basically replicated the locksmith banners. Here we go. Bob Kavanaugh. So this is the banner that he had done for $5 on Fiverr. So he used, what's that person's name? Call Me Fade. So go to Fiverr, pay $5 for each of your banners. You only need 2, or I would recommend 3. Search for Call Me Faye, and have her make a header, well, a banner for you for $5. Let's see what options she gives us. So for $5 more, she'll give you the PSD or the Photoshop file. That's awesome because now each time that you go into a different niche, you could just replace the photos and the text if you wanted to. So I'm just going to put this in the chat box for everybody. All right. So hopefully that helps. Work on your banner. I'm going to get out of Facebook so it doesn't start dinging. Work on this banner. I would ask that same person to do a logo for you. Cheap, so you should be able to get out of this in for like $20. And then put all the services in the side here, and your USPs if you don't get them all in the banners. And then you should be good to go. I would get rid of like probably this image and this image, and do a map of like the service area. So kind of follow like the 24/7 locksmith site as an example. Just paste that in the chat as well. All right, so we got another one. Photography site. So personally, guys, just a heads up, I personally would never do anything in the photography site because it's supposed to look so good. Okay, does that make sense? Like, you do photos for a living, that needs to be a good looking site. I personally would not touch a photographer. Yeah. I would pull out all these customer reviews and actually put the text and the stars there and get rid of this big box. I think probably an opt-in. I think this is smart, but it needs to be more emotional because this wedding photographer stuff is going to be more of a longer buying cycle. But you need to get emotional with this opt-in. So it needs to be like 21 steps to not flopping your wedding, or 21 steps to a perfect wedding, or something like that. And then you need to get rid of this background. This background is horrible. It's just not good with the layout of the site. I would do something like some type of gradient, or something like that. This needs to be shorter and only one phone number. So one phone number, shorter call to action. I would say call today, and then I do the ampersand and save up to 30%. And you can probably get all of that on one line. And you definitely need a logo as well. But I would seriously think about the color scheme, as well as for me, I would want to look through some photo albums. If I was considering getting married, I would definitely want to look through some photo albums and see the previous work. So I hope that helps. Any other input for this one, guys? Jay says it's a good start. Definitely a good start. Just needs to be a little more professional, I guess you could say. So let's see. We got a Joe Curtis work more. Definitely agree. Sai says 21 mistakes to avoid in wedding planning. That sounds good. Jim says background color should be more bright and colorful. So let's see. Let's keep this thing moving. Dentists. You're lucky I have a ton of experience with dentists. Can definitely help you out. So just go rip my site. So if you guys are working with dentists, go rip my stuff. Just give it to your designer or your whoever's doing your site, and just go rip my stuff. I just gave it to you. This kills it for dentists. Absolutely kills it. So, company name, call to action, big phone number. These are the different offers. Get 8 luminaires for whatever. Whitening, teeth whitening, $99. Keep your teeth whitest for life. Teeth cleaning, free whitening with cleaning. That's the second best offer. This exam and x-rays, though, is the best. I don't know why it's not loading. Hang on one second. Well, that's interesting. So your offer, though, is a little too complex. It's a good offer. Free or an exam, teeth cleaning, and x-rays for $47. I would see if the dentist is willing to do an exam and x-rays for free. That offer works really, really well. So, I mean, think about the psychology. When you call a dentist, I mean, 9 times out of 10, like, you're in severe pain. You're like, I need this fixed right away. I need you to tell me what it's going to cost before I even come in. And they're going to sell you that. That offer works really, really well. So basically, we phrase it as don't pay to find out what's wrong. Free exam and x-ray. And once they actually get in there, they can convert them really well because they're in pain. They're like, do you want me to take care of this today? Like, yeah, you need to. Also, the before and afters are really important. You need to have some good before and afters for a dentist. Super, super important. They have these patient video testimonials as well. So definitely check that out. But the biggest thing is going to be that offer. So go after that free exam and x-rays, and you should do pretty well just by doing that and ripping my site. Let's see. We got another site to look at. So this is good. You did a good job, but trust me, just rip my stuff and it'll convert way better. It'll pay for itself right away. I give you permission to rip my stuff. All right. Okay, so chiropractor. Chiropractor is the same as a dentist. Personally, guys, I don't work with professionals anymore. I'm focused on blue collar because it's easier to sell and it's easier to fulfill, and I make around the same amount of money. And I don't have to work with people that went to school for 10 years and think they know everything. It's just much easier. There's no getting past the gatekeepers. I can get a hold of the business owner in no time. But I'm going to review your site. Again, with chiropractors, been there, just like the dentist. People call a chiropractor because they're in pain. Nothing to me screams out, you're in pain, we'll help you for free, and then we'll work together after that, or anything like that. Why do I come to craft? Okay, the offer needs to be the same, like the exam and x-rays. And I mean, it's basically just a consultation, but I wouldn't name it a consultation. That's what everybody's offer is. So does that help, Jay? Hopefully. So guys, I put in the URL to the dentist site in the chat. Click the button for the offer. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. I would see if you can do it for free. It's going to convert a lot better, and this offer needs to be here. Understand that most people that call are in pain and they need a solution right away. I'm not going to jump through multiple steps to get there. Leslie says my sound keeps going out. Is it going out for everybody? You're welcome, Jay. No, no, no. All right, great. All right, so tools. So for the most part, you guys asked for the following tools. Let's run through them real quick. So we had a lot of people that asked about Magic Submitter. We did a Magic Submitter training with David Sprague. What did you guys think of that training with David Sprague a while ago on Magic Submitter? It's probably a month ago. Jason Chess says, great. What's up, Jason? It was great to meet you in Denver. Awesome, awesome, good, great. Missed it, awesome. So for those of you that missed it, it's in the back office. Definitely check it out. But probably within 2 weeks or so, I'm going to be doing another training. So yeah, it was done on 5/17. Craig says, thanks, Craig. So as soon as basically what we're doing, guys, is I'm working with David on coming up with or programming basically Magic Submitter to submit to 100 different sites to build citations. And hopefully that'll be done in the next week or two. And as soon as it is, we'll jump on a training and we'll show you guys how to actually use that. Cool. So second, a bunch of people asked about Places Scout. So the problem is I talked to Mark, the owner, actually this morning after I chased him down. Actually, one of the members helped me or introduced me to him. Thanks for that. And his software isn't working after the latest Google update. So as of now, I can't review his tool. But once it's finished, he's supposed to ping me, and I'll help you guys. We'll do a review of that for sure. LBL Robot is another one that you guys asked about. Again, having issues. I personally have an account, but haven't used it since the Google Plus changes. I know that they are going behind like some of the automation and double checking to make sure that the reviews are posting correctly. And if they don't, then they're actually submitting them by hand. But I haven't actually tested this. So I'll let you know once I start dropping some more reviews. I was just kind of on hold, waiting for the changes to start to blow over. So once I start, I'll start doing some tests again. and I'll let you guys know what we come of that. So not the Google Plus webinar, Alan. It was before that. So everybody's asking about what's next. So the localizer lead tool. So I sent all of you guys an email on the localizer lead tool. It's $9. I don't think that there's anything that you can even compare it to for $9. There's a ton of scrapers on the market, and I mean they range from like 97 to 497, I think, for a scraper. But for me, I really like this tool. I mean, I don't think you can possibly beat it for $9. So this is the localizer lead tool, and let me just maximize this here. So basically, you just put in a keyword and a location, and then you can choose what type of search you want to do: local, online listing, citation search, places search, or just general web search. And as you guys can see here, I ran it right before we started the webinar. It's actually why I jumped on a couple minutes late, was just getting this list completed. So 42 leads that I generated just by throwing in roofer Los Angeles. So the cool thing is obviously you have the phone number, and then you have the company name as well, and the address, their webpage, their email in some cases. Sometimes it can't get it. If they have a mobile domain, if they have a .mobi extension, and a couple of other things. But for me, I'm just going to be using this for some of my direct mail that I've been doing. And I'm going to be using it once we launch the round robin for the outgoing calls. So I'll just be able to put in roofer LA, and then I'll be able to just grab a bunch of the phone numbers very easily. I'm all about automation, and for $9, I think this is like a complete no-brainer. But let's just do a real search here, and I'll show you guys how the local lead tool works. Localizer lead tool rather. But let's just do a search. So you could just do places if you wanted to. So you put in your country, roofer. You can obviously do a bunch of different things, but let's just do again Los Angeles. You can put in a radius. Let's just do 20 miles. And then hit search. And it's really fast compared to some of the other scrapers that I've used. So it just brought me back 20 leads in what, 15 seconds. So no, Laura, not $9 a month, $9 one time. It's Mac and PC. It runs off of Adobe Air, which is awesome. If I ever develop any type of software like this, like computer based, it would definitely be Adobe Air. So it also has a citation search. I haven't really played with this at all, but there is a citation search. The local search as well. This will pull up the local business listings basically, and you can sort by some cool things like review and rating. So I'm going to be playing with this with the round robin. So hopefully I'll be able to sort by review and find those companies out there that are already doing a good job, and start sending them a couple of free leads and use the whisper to sell the system. And it does use the Google API for the places search, so it's actually really accurate, and it's quick. So again, I just threw in the link for you guys in the chat box if you want to grab it. If you guys are in need of a scraper, I would suggest you guys grab this for $9 because you're not going to find a better deal out there. I actually paid $197, I believe, or $97 for this tool a couple of months back. I know in the Facebook group, a couple people said that they paid $97. Somebody said just like the other day. So we got some. So Sai says try some search. So I'll bite. Emergency car mechanic. It's actually pulling back. If you see here, a lot of emails with the web search. which is great. So, Sai, I'm not sure why you asked that. I'm looking for a follow up from you, but I don't see anything. Ron says he has others and they aren't nearly as good, and he paid 5 times more at least. So I actually offered out a bonus, and actually there's 2 bonuses. I partnered with 2 of my good friends to actually bring you guys a bonus. So I'm going to be doing a bonus on how I actually get clients, some of the direct mail swipe stuff that I use, um, probably next week, and then also my buddy Los, that I've known for quite a while, is a ninja when it comes to connecting with high profile people. So how many of you guys know what AppSumo is? You guys familiar with AppSumo? Sai says, "Yep, yep, heard of it. I do absolutely." Okay, so AppSumo is this huge site. It's like a daily deal site, but for technology, primarily in like our market, the internet marketing type of world. He got a hold of the main guy of AppSumo through LinkedIn. So he's going to teach you guys that actually buy how to actually connect with high profile people through LinkedIn, and it's completely non cheesy and actually gets them on the horn. And I've seen him actually do this. It's pretty crazy. So for those of you that buy through my link, check out the email that I sent you as well, and there will be directions on how to get the 2 bonuses. So this is actually Hershey, Jeff Schwartz tool, and I was just hanging out with Jeff when I was just in Denver at Mike Kuch's event. So great guy, definitely. If you guys want it, go ahead and grab it. Sai says he'll get it just for the bonuses. Definitely heard that a couple of times, but guys, grab the scraper, $9. There's no reason why you shouldn't have it. And it was just updated too. So before you didn't even have all of these features. So it's another thing as well. Just looking through some of your guys' chat comments here in the chat. Joe says she's already got it. It's awesome. Rick says he paid 4 times as much. Uh, so guys, again, the link is in the footer or in the chat. I'm sorry, just paste it in there again for you guys. I'm not sure. John asked what the OTO is. I think it's some of his swipe stuff, like cold call scripts that he's used, like fill in the blank, and maybe like a direct mail something. I'm not sure. Personally, I just grabbed the $9 localizer lead tool. George says, "Do you need to hide your IP address to use this tool?" Nope. Um, does the scraper do Canada? Yes, it does. Jay says he'll get it for the bonus. Awesome. Let's see. RK says the OTO is sales persuasion training. Not exactly sure what that is. The the page is like full of hype, but if you land there, just go grab the tool. I'm not sure about the OTO. You'll have to look into it and see if you guys think it's right for you. Mike says it beats the crap out of Power Lead Snatcher, Local Avenger, and a bunch of others. All right, so I'm going to jump into your guys' questions. I don't want to bore you guys. So I went through and I printed out all your guys' questions, and we're going to go through those right now. So we got a question: what SEO plugin do you use? So I put up a link for you guys in the members area of LLGE. Let me just find it for you. Under the webinar schedule and the replay for David Sprague's on-page tool. It's called SEO Blog Kahuna. And I would suggest if you guys are looking for something to help you with like on-page optimization, that you guys take a look at this. I'll just throw it in the chat here. So it's called SEO Blog Kahuna, and basically what it does, guys, is it basically gives you like a score of everything, like as you guys are creating the post. Let me see if there's any screenshots here. So I don't see it, but basically what it does is basically when you're in and you're writing a post or a page, it actually shows you the score and says, hey, you might want to consider optimizing this part or that part. Just in general, I use all-in-one SEO, or I forget what the other one's called. It's escaping me right now. Let me just log in and see. Yes, this one, the SEO plugin by Yoast. This one's free. This works really, really well, and so is the all-in-one SEO. But it's not. These are like for general settings and stuff, but it's not showing you like on page and how you're actually scoring and things like that. So these are the two free ones I use. Again, Yoast. I'll just throw these in the chat. Yoast WordPress SEO, and then the other one is all-in-one SEO. Both good, definitely. Ken says David's is great though. So somebody said SEO Presser. Yeah, David's is kind of like SEO Presser, but when I was using SEO Presser, my load times were horrible. So David's is working better for me than that. Terry says he uses this and it really works, as David said. Awesome, Terry. Any results that you can share with everybody? Yeah, so Mark's saying that the Yoast is cool and why. Let me just show you what Mark is saying. So basically, it has like a SERP preview tool. So it'll show you what your title tag is going to look like, the URL that shows up, and then also your meta description. And then you can just change them right here. So I could be like, it really helps to make sure that your title tags are compelling. I'm going to go back so I don't actually get that saved. But it's definitely really nice. A lot of times we don't think about the title tags and making them compelling. And guys, I've done tests. I've been able to get like a 25% increase in traffic just by changing the title tag. The rankings never change, just me playing with the title tag. So that's definitely a great feature of Yoast. Thanks, Mark Benda, for that reminder. I appreciate it. What's your favorite theme for lead gen? It's my theme, the lead gen theme. I'm using that on like 95% of the sites that I build out. Once they start making some sales and stuff, I'm starting to tweak them a little bit, but I always start with the lead gen theme just because I can get them up so fast. So do you use any cloning and backup software? I used to, Will, before I made my theme, but now with the WordPress theme, the lead gen theme, I don't really do that anymore because there's not that many issues or settings to actually set up. But I used to use Backup Buddy a lot. Hey, Michael, just responded to your question, Michael H. David Rex says, David said you were working on a new killer theme. I'm actually, yes, in the process of a new theme. It's the next version of the lead gen theme, integrating mobile and some crazy features, some like heat maps, as well as split testing. We're trying to fit into there as well, and click to call. So you click it on your mobile phone on the mobile site, and actually some numbers in there, almost like analytics, so you can see how many page views as well as how many click to calls. So that's not exact math, but with the call tracking platform, it really is. So you can see very quickly, hey, I got X amount of views and X amount of people actually clicked the click to call. So we can actually play with the split testing and see what works better. Mobile is awesome. I've been a huge fan of mobile, but if you can't track it, you can't improve it. What's the point? Can we buy the lead gen theme? It's in the members area. You guys get it for free. Nico, thanks for the link. We had a couple people here asking for speed test stuff. I cover a little bit of that in the software, or in the course, I'm sorry. But here's a good link as well. When will the new features be out for the call tracking platform? Great question. Drum roll, please. Next Wednesday. So a week and 2 days from now, the next version of the call tracking platform, analytic call tracking, will be live for you guys. So we've implemented refer tracking, so you guys can track from the different search engines, YouTube and Facebook, to see what's actually bringing in calls from you. And then also you can see Google AdWords versus just Google Organic or Places. So you can actually see what's bringing in phone calls as well as appointments or whatever you guys want. We also implemented phone codes. So think of phone codes or a phone code as almost like a tag. So you can add new phone codes. So you could do something like spam. You could do something like appointment booked, just to get you guys' heads rolling. You could do something like needed directions. And then actually in the call reports, guys, you can actually sort by these things. Does that make sense? So you could actually say, I want to see calls over 45 seconds that resulted in a booked appointment or whatever phone code you guys would want to. We also came out with a new graphing plugin. So the homepage now has more options for graphing. So once you click on a company, that next page that you go to, the company's page, now has a drop down with some cool stuff in it, as well as we're working on reports for you as well. So we have 3 different reports that we're adding to the report section. I know I'm forgetting a couple things. I'm trying to find my notes from today. Also adding the ability to block calls from the main page when you're actually listening to calls. So let me just show you an example. So you click your company, you got your calls. Right here, there's going to be a button or somewhere on this line for you to just hit a button, and it's going to add it to your blacklist. So a bunch of features. I'm sure I missed a couple, but really excited for it. Will the call tracking now work in Australia, Joe? I'm sorry, Lawrence. I haven't heard that it'll be updated there. Understand that that's all Twilio. So all of you people that are in Australia, you guys should be hammering Twilio. Okay, so go to Twilio, tell them that you want to use their tool, and keep pushing on them. As soon as Australia opens up, it'll work for the call tracking platform as well. Eric says, will you do a webinar about the new features and the best ways to use it? I definitely will. I want to make sure I walk you guys through all the new features and show you guys how to use it as well. All right, I'm getting back to some of your guys' questions. Uh, how did you stumble upon the local lead generation idea? You guys all watched a webinar on the lead gen. So I stumbled across it first with the roofing example. So I was working with a roofing company in Ohio. I could tell the guy was kind of jaded, and I needed a different way to pitch him if I was going to walk away with any type of signed contract. So I pitched him that I would set up the site, but he needed to pay me to do that, and that I wouldn't charge him anything to do AdWords. We'd run it for 30 days, and then we'd see what happened. So that was the first thing. The second, let's see, I was working with a company, and we were managing their AdWords account, and it was a local business, and we would ask them stuff every single month, like what's your max bid, what's your max budget, all kinds of qualifying questions. How much are you willing to pay for a call? How much for a booked appointment? And the lady would just look at me like I had five heads. It's like, I have no idea. Okay. So I knew that there was a lot of opportunity there. I knew that we could continue to get the cost down with AdWords as well as get her more appointments. So I posed the opportunity for the with the lead gen tour. Just told her, how about I only charge you for booked appointments. Is that something that you'd like? Then you don't have to think about all this stuff. And for that, or for her, that was a huge sell. And that was kind of my second lead gen deal. Let's see. Just reading through your guys' questions. Just be patient with me if you guys would. Right. So basically, some questions on how to get started. If they're just starting out, so often when you're getting started, less is more. Uh, okay, so my suggestion for you would be to go through the 8 or the 7 modules in the course, and then skip straight forward to the getting started quickly. That's in the Q&A replay section. That will get you up and going quickly. All right, next question, naming a website. So once I figure out your niche, but there are no .coms available, what do I do? So my formula is something like city and then niche, and then I add something like consultants or specialists if I can't get like an exact match domain. Okay, so if I can't get a domain that people are searching for, like a really, really good .com, like city and niche, then I'll just add like consultants or specialists or something like that. Next question, do you use David Sprague's Maps database for creating your targeted info for help rank in places and the search engines? So the Maps database, and I'm guessing you're talking about the category pages. I use David's stuff, but until just recently, I wasn't using the Maps database. So I just started playing with it. It's really helping me with like organization and knowing where each step is at basically in the process. But I'm really just starting to play with this. I can't really comment on how much it's helping yet. Next question, I'm using a Google Voice phone number that rings to my cell phone. Should I ditch it and get one of the Twilio numbers? Either ditch it or port it over. So if you already got that phone number out there, in some articles or citations, just port it over. If you go to the help desk and then the knowledge base, there is a here we go. There's a article about porting numbers. Just looking for it here. How do I port a number to Twilio? So you can just actually move them from or that phone number from whatever service like Google Voice over to Twilio. So I'll just put that in the chat for you. Are you worried that Google may start asking us for bank accounts with the and proper business names, or even calling companies with Google Local Plus? Bank accounts? That's a little crazy. I don't think so. But that understand that that's what this group is to stay ahead of the curve. So please don't have analysis paralysis. Keep moving. Get your site set up. Get the phone ran. What are your most productive niches and easiest to convert? For me, I've said this many times, but for me, I'm really focusing on the blue collar stuff. How do you sell the lead gen services if you have no past referrals to point to? Build the site first and then sell it. Get the calls coming in. How do you justify in the mind of a client how much they should pay for leads? And does a lead count as just a phone call from an interested prospect or an actual book consultation or appointment? Okay, so that really depends on what you do with the client. I always suggest that you start just with pay per call. And you can also, always get into pay per appointment down the road. I don't know if you just joined, but you definitely want to check out the course. I have some criteria in there for you for that. But the easiest way is just to do pay per call and then include some type of threshold. So only bill them for calls over 30 seconds or 60 seconds. That's definitely the easy way. So we got a question here. I'm very anxious to find out more about using deal sites to drive leads to local businesses. I watched the webinar with Greg Caesar and Alicia Little, but it did not go into it. I specifically need to know what local deal of the day sites will allow a middleman to broker the deals on behalf of the clients and ideas on how to structure the broker's participation. So guys, that's what this webinar is right here. The one I was talking to you guys about with Greg and Alicia. We're going to be talking about deal sites, and even if you guys are brand new, you can jump in and start making some money using deal sites. Keywords and picking domains. Is it better to put the city in front or back of the domain name? Is it better to put in also the state with the city? I always look at the Google keyword tool and see what the search volume is, and I try to find a domain that's very closely related to a keyword or is that exact keyword. What's the best way for getting social signals to a site? I haven't used it in a while, but for me, I would say Send. My buddy David Schloss talks about that in the video SEO recording in the Q&A section. All right. Next question says, is the client able or our client able to tell when a call comes from our line? I've had a contractor complain he couldn't bid the job and then find out afterwards he owes me 10%. Says he must factor that into a bid, and I don't want to be reporting my calls on a daily or weekly basis. First off, you can add him to analytic call tracking. Okay, so we can actually see the call. Second off, I'm guessing you're not using the whisper, because that'll tell him right away that, hey, you just got him this kick-ass lead, and now he needs to factor in your percentage. I'm doing your course and David Sprague's, both awesome, by the way, but the processes are a lot different. What do we do? Okay, so David teaches you guys to go do work for the client. I teach you to own the assets. It's really your choice. My suggestion, obviously, is always going to be to own your asset, but I think that there's a time and a place. I mean, if you're brand new and you're hurting for money, I would go sell a couple of David's programs and how he sells it, just so you got money coming in, you got money to put food on the table, and you're not starving, and that will give you the money to invest in some lead gen sites. So I hope that helps. In addition, or in place of AdWords, can we use a low cost display advertising on CPA networks? My only thought with that is that the volume is typically probably going to be really low because of how you're targeting. Remember, CPA offers aren't typically for local businesses. Okay, so it's probably going to be very, very small amounts of traffic. I mean, this is kind of why I don't use Bing or Yahoo pay per click, is because at the end of the day, me managing that account and keeping an eye on it isn't really worth an extra couple of calls a month. I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6 calls when I can be getting hundreds from Google. So could it work? Yes, but I don't think it's probably going to be worth your time. Can you use the same content on 20 to 50 different domains but just change the city, business address, meta tags, phone, and will it still rank? Well, that's a great question. I definitely wouldn't suggest it. So back to the Google screen here. Found this company. Actually, a friend of mine pointed it out. I can't take credit for that. But you can see they're using the same phrase. All of their content is very, very much duplicate. So I'll just throw this into the chat box as well for you guys. So all of these sites are ranking really, really well. 9,920 results for this phrase. So these are all the same. St. Louis garage door repair, Sacramento garage door repair, Los Angeles garage door repair. All of the sites look the same. Roseville garage door repair, Maryland garage door repair. Okay. A lot of the content is exactly the same. Can you do this? Yes. Should you do this? I would not. Okay. Again, I'm building assets though. I'm not trying to have some type of get rich quick scheme that's going to die on me tomorrow. Is it possible to port Google Voice to Twilio? Yep, I just showed you how. Gives you a link to Twilio that says to fill out a form, and they'll port the number for you, Lee. Dion says that helps. You're welcome. Chris Hanna asks, do you think we should keep virtual offices in cities or just get them and then drop them after the address verification? Personally, I keep them just because, Chris, I don't think I found like the most amazing niche in the whole world, and that I'm only going to work in that niche. I'm always testing. Probably has to do with me being so ADD, but I'm always testing markets to see what I can do. There are a couple different markets that I'm, going extremely vertical with, but I keep mine because I'm always playing around with different niches. So if you have already found a couple niches that you're interested in just going vertical with, Chris, then by all means, you could not keep your virtual address. Where is the Get It Started Quickly section on the site? It actually was a webinar, Zach. So it's in the Q&A replay section. Peter Phelps says, do you have any concern about using automation tools like Magic Submitter? I know Panda and Penguin may not affect small local websites, but down the road. It definitely affects small local websites. Everything that you have to do has to be in moderation. Okay, you got to diversify your links. If you guys are new and you guys haven't seen all of the training in the Q&A replay section, I highly advise you to do so. About 60 or 70% of the links that we build are by hand. Okay, only the rest are done with automation, and I think you need that balance. Okay, so definitely check it out. So if you guys bought the localizer lead tool, do you guys let me know what you thought of it so far? Let's see. Lawrence asks, lead gen sites, if it's getting call traffic, what percentage of those calls become sales orders? It all has to do with the niche, Lawrence. Like for example, you just asked, or we just talked about earlier that appliance repair site. I gave you the numbers for that. That's obviously going to be different from a niche that's much more drawn out or a complicated sales cycle. So I can't really answer that because it's kind of like asking me how much it costs to build a house. Well, where's that house located and what's it built out of? I mean, lots of different angles to think about there. Yep, Jim, click to call was 67%, and like 37% that actually booked an appointment. So those of you guys that haven't yet shared their success story, come share it with me. Remember, this is what keeps me driving doing these calls and sharing with you guys. I really appreciate it. Doug says he likes the local lead tool. He says it's quite impressive. Ran some lists today and going to try sending out some emails with it Wednesday. Awesome. Keep us updated with your success. So guys, again, I'm just going to throw in the URLs that we talked about today. So let me know if I'm missing anything. The first thing is the local lead tool, localizer lead tool. If you want a scraper, go grab that. $9. You're not going to beat it. Second off, the blog Kahuna link, and then on those same lines, we talked about the all-in-one SEO tool and the Yoast SEO tool. If you are in the dental niche or have any clients there, whether or not you're doing lead gen, go rip my theme, madeyousmiledental.net. I think that's it. Is that it, guys? Oh, the Fiverr gig for banners. Thank you so much for testing out and letting me know some good Fiverr peeps. I'm sure everybody will be appreciative for this one. So Call Me Faye did a great job on that one banner. Dion says, do you have an old chiropractor site we can rip? Dion, that same offers the same mentality as the dentist works really well with the chiropractor. Just change out the images. Great. Yes, I need to give you that garage door text. So all of you guys that are interested in learning about duplicate content and how it's kind of a myth, take a look at these Google results. Personally, guys, I don't do duplicate content. I don't want Google to catch up. Again, we're building assets, and that's what I advise you guys do as well. So thank you guys all for the webinar tonight. In the next week or two, hopefully we'll be talking about how to use Magic Submitter to build citations, as well as doing some more software reviews of a couple of them that we didn't get to tonight just because of timing. And then also on one of the next webinars, we'll be doing, I'll walk you guys through all the new features of the call tracking platform. Everybody get out there, get some sales, make some money, and fill out that survey and let me know about your success story. I want to be sitting down, talking to you one-on-one, and giving you that free coaching session. Everybody have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you guys throughout the week in the Facebook group. Talk to you soon.